don't care. I've learned. He's not working on mentioning. We get to today.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
always at your service.
Still someone with gray hair.
Ha! 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 Holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. Ha!
One, two, breathe. 3.
Hear me now? This girl was not showing me talking, so again it was acting up. I think it's this damn TV that I have it plugged into. Oh, I did get one of these, I think. More for free it is. What kind of what? Well, I can't tell because I have her maxed out, so I don't know if she has her shit today. Trying to see who else has it. Hers? See? I got you. Ganyu was Tuesday. What else was today? Only his.
Oh, you're the
Trying to see who had their thing today. Who else had their thing? Someone had their shit today. Well, that's the other reason Mona's so weak. She has no fucking upgrades in her damn talents.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Ugi Shinobu, I have her maxed out, and I still have her level 1 because I've never used her. Yep, she's at C6 completely since a long time ago. Zhongli? Does he have today? Ah, Zhongli. So he's the other person that has today. I guess, but I don't care like to level him. So just the Shogun and Zhongli were the only two that see that have anybody that for today. And an electro crystal fruit. Oh, this is the samurai one. I was talking about VA stuff, so it was like using VR and other things for treatment and other things. So it was like talking about those kind of programs, but like I said, not anything I really need. So
Born of ice and frost. All hail!
That's right.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Be sanctified. Freeze!
Step aside.
Settle down.
No touching! Red Lapis!
Freeze! Let the mighty be humble. Fall before me. Freeze! Freeze! Vic, the run that had them. Freeze!
Success denied!
Ah, how'd that miss that headshot?
Picked the wrong test subject.
Yeah, like one of the little fire throwing shit, like just like interrupted one of my charges, I think, or I got hit by a wide samurai hit, but it was already done the charge, but like I think that's what hit me.
Born of ice and frost! All hail! Lightning terrified! Inazuma shines eternal!
Be sanctified. I'll go ahead.
Born to oblivion!
Freeze! The time's beckoning. Freeze! Silence! Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh, I just got his back too. Yeah, you only get a couple of gold ones, but at least you'll get more to help you upgrade.
For Rex Lapis!
Justice is blindsided. Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble. Silence! Cut down. Like this.
This is long overdue!
This poor guy, like 5 icicles just landing on his fucking head. Like all one after the other. Ding, ding,
Another
ding, ding,
wrong
ding.
test subject. I got kept. I got kept.
The world remains constant
Settle
for
down.
centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
Another test subject.
Blaze over! Get with me!
Oh, found your head. Be sanctified. I got you. Freeze! 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 No! Let the mighty be humbled. Another test subject. Settle down. Freeze! Freeze! I got you. Bow your head. Picked the wrong test subject.
And try to just walk to the right one, because like the other one will almost always just jump or attack towards the other one. Especially since the flower's like right here too.
Illusion shattered!
Settle down.
Inazuma shines eternal!
This is over. Be sanctified.
Ah, interrupt me. 2, 1.
Justice is blind. The tides beckon. Three. Another test.
Illusion shattered! Blaze over!
Bow your head.
Now you shall perish!
Be sanctified. Silence! Jesus! Free! Let the mighty be humbled. Free! Free!
Shattered!
The wrong. Settle down. I got you.
Like I said, from what I saw, just Zhongli. Just her and Zhongli. Like any of the 4-star characters I didn't check. He has nothing.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Was died on my part. The time stretched like strings.
There is no escape.
Could now breathe. Picked up three test subjects. Picked the wrong test subject. Picked the wrong test subject.
Yeah, so what are the bonuses? I can get bonuses for Blossoms of Wealth and Revelation, or Petrified Tea for artifacts. Oh, I can do artifacts too. Ascension materials or talent books. Didn't I need for a specific weapon? Yeah, I need for Norvalet's weapon. Ah, that's what's today. I can do his weapon. Oh, yeah, I should go make more. I have one, so I should make some more. What's it called? Resin. All right, so now 5. Yeah, I got a couple of these. This is why you gotta walk around murdering everything you see. Remember, if you do this, you're gonna not have any heal. That means don't die. Actually, no, you can heal with her. It was not gonna. You don't really need. You don't really need to have that out, but
Another test subject. Freeze! Now destroy this silence. The mighty
Inazuma shines eternal.
It's over. Freeze. Foul.
Oh, come on. Did I get it? Yep. Ah. But they get it. The burst went off just in time.
Settle down. Freeze. Another test subject. Silence. Picked. Subject.
Yeah, but like I said, you don't really need much of a heal. But like with Farina's pets, I go. Yeah, this is like I said, she does a lot of damage, but like the thing is that hurts her is the elemental reactions. Because like for a little while, I had mine paired with Jai Ling, and fire and thunder is a really powerful reaction. But the problem is, if you get caught in a reaction in the beginning of your ult, you don't get bounced. So you could end up taking a lot of damage as fire, thunder, and water. But like like pairing her with Kiki, like I said, like you get the self heal, you get the
Another test
marking of
subject.
them, and everything,
You shall
and you get bonus
Settle
healing
down.
when you do elemental reactions with the ice. So it's like one of the best healers to really have with her.
Freeze. An oversight on my...
No touching.
Ah, fuck it. Look at her shit again.
There is no.
I still need animation.
Bow your head.
At least he was still in the attacking animation, so he didn't get to.
Freeze.
Don't forget to get the orbs. The orbs give you more.
Freeze.
Thing is, like, yeah, they don't really often pop up. Because you can't do that in domains.
Another test.
But on the world map, it don't matter.
Be sanctified. Three heads. Freeze. Justice is blindsided.
No touching. All hail. There is no escape.
Silence. Cut down. Another test. Freeze. You win.
Broke just before he finished.
Terror subject picked. Bow your head. Just picked.
I hate when the orb does that shit. It goes up like this and you can't fucking get it.
Settle down.
Okay. You don't have enough of the bronze books to try to craft up some more? Well, by was it if it's Wednesday, then the next one I think is Saturday and Sunday, so next one should have enough. Yeah, you should never use those on. You don't need resin that badly. Well, you have the yeah, and that's just opening chests for the most part. You gotta explore everything, and you'll still have extra. I'm standing on you.
Access denied. There is no escape.
No harm. Let the mighty be humble. The wrong type of project. Bow no out. That's some
Shine down.
silence.
Yeah, these are like some of the most random and pointless fucking things. Like the story tells you this has something to do with ley lines. That's all you know. Something about refreshments. Ah, something.
Settle down.
I can't use your Fanta machine.
Silence.
Go to apply for funding.
What should the next
He's actually
lay?
scared by my magic. He's not applauding. Child using magic, he applauds. Adult using magic, very scary.
Everything here is in order.
Oh, there's a puzzle here you missed. When you're done.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
I'm right where the quest started. So if you found another one, that's a different one.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them.
Settle down!
Go to where the quest was.
Silence! Bow your head. Silence!
Here's where the challenge is. There's a couple of ways. Didn't you see me walk up the wall? I walked up this wall. You went right, I went left. And I climbed up this wall right here. And then like, oh, you missed this one.
No touching. front.
Probably because it's still occupied. They just only hid the symbol. That's the diving one.
Illusion shattered.
Nope, not the diving one.
Bow your head.
For Rex Lapis.
That's funny because there's an achievement for keep trying to freeze these things that are not supposed to be able to freeze. You're not really supposed to be able to freeze them, but you can still occasionally freeze them. And if you keep hitting them with ice attacks, that's the achievement, just trying to freeze them. Yeah, and you already failed. It just started. It didn't even give the completion. It just, nope, done. Did it yesterday.
Settle down.
No, you're thinking about the towers. I go to mine to do it. That way you can claim your things. I'm moving all the way over there. For his book. The only thing I have for today. Character will be periodically inflicted with slowing water. Ah, so this is the Ganyu one. Okay, don't matter. Yeah, this is the Ganyu domain. You can use the Shogun too. I have 18 seconds so I can use my burst again.
No escape. For Rex Leopard. Torn to oblivion. Born of ice and frost.
Yeah, like it burst is kind of like a waste on this because it does like so little to the shield. Yeah, this is basically the Ganyu domain. Just because her charge attack has no cooldown, so oh, one gold essentially. I forgot this is the one that has 3 or 4. I think it's just 3. But the gold is not gold. It's like a silverish platinum color.
Access denied. Blaze over. Now you shall perish.
My burst is already ready again.
Shine down. Next on the agenda, born of ice and frost. For Rex Leopard. Illusion shattered. I didn't see that coming. No touching.
I got caught in it, but the bloom popped it. The funny thing is, if you're running around, like running forward, I'm running next to you, but I don't get healed for some freaking reason. Alright. 3 golds. Yeah, so I have enough for 70 to 80, so that's... I have 9, and then... Oh, I think I might have to upgrade it, so... But it might be a 4th tier. You're boring. It makes me sleep.
There is no escape. Inazuma time to turn.
Yeah, and every 6 seconds my
Access denied.
bow makes more energy.
This is long overdue.
Silence.
Because that helped you pop yours, so when they're frozen, they don't really do anything. I think you could pop it in the beginning before the start, and it'll still have a short cooldown. Or right now while it's over. 2 of these. I think this is the one that has 4 tiers. Copper, bronze, silver. Yeah, these are the silver ones. They ain't the gold ones. There's certain annoying ones that have like 4 tiers of items. And I think that's the silver, not the actual gold tier one.
Time down. Laser.
It's always funny when it catches them in the air, so they stay frozen in the air.
There is no escape. Born of icy frost. Access denied. All hail.
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
Need a bath. Use another fucking resin. 60. Bonus. Do the silver again.
Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis. Illusion shattered.
I almost always pop the flower first, and then I do the burst, because if I do it fast enough, I already get like a quarter to half energy just from popping the flower.
Your wave lines have no touching. Next on the agenda, all hail. Born of ice and frost.
Watch out.
Which is what he's trying to do anyways, but This reminded me of the Wind Trace event, though, the Dead by Daylight one that they had. Like me and her were the Shogun, and then the other two people, the hunter and the other person, also went to Shogun. You can't trust any of the survivors. Achieve. Receive. Check my. Welcome back.
Access denied. There is no escape. No touching.
Oh, debuff got removed from me.
Shattered.
Okay. Because, like, if its debuff is gone, it's every 10 seconds I can use the flower, otherwise it's like 30 seconds.
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
All right, buddy.
Access denied. This is long overdue. No touching. Access denied. Or Rex Lapis.
God damn it.
Born of ice and frost.
Settle down.
Access denied. Blaze over. This is long overdue. No touching.
Stupid bubbles.
Bow your head.
One resin left.
Or Rex Lapis. Born of ice and frost.
Welcome back.
Denied. Please over. Didn't see that coming.
Settle down.
Life goes on. Ah.
I'm still in the co-op mode because I don't feel like changing the party for my main thing. Either that platinum one is the last one, or that's essentially the gold shackle. So let's find out. So I need Chaos Cores 11 and those. I'm down to 28 million, so I've spent like about 5 million this week so far. Where's my Chaos? Oculus 4. Chaos Cores. And I have many of those little shit ones. So now his damage will go up even more. Oh, we need more fucking slime bullshit. Fine slime concentrate. Be delicious slime. Right. Auto add all this trash, and we're gonna have to get rid of it at some point anyways. 1-star, 2-star bullshit, 3-star bullshit. Oh, so they are gold. That's what I thought. It's not the real gold. That's the gold one. And we need 6 of these. And we need 22 more chaos cores. 16
Inactivity
slimes.
serves me.
Need 22, so we need to get rid of a lot of this shit.
Purpose whatsoever.
Yeah, 22 chaos cores. Yes, because the 5-star weapon is very fucking expensive. 23, that would be more enough. 2 bonus. 16 slime bullshits. How many gold shackles? So we haven't gotten a single gold shackle at all. 6 golden shackles. Yeah, so I didn't get a single golden one. I hate the ones that, yeah, it has four tiers of that. So we can make 5, so actually no, I'll leave the bronze ones. A lot more money spent. Alright. Forwarded enough for everything. Base attack goes up. Got so many of these damn things because we never level up weapons. 33% crit rate, 600 attack.
Greetings. I am the Chief Justice, or Iudex, of Fontaine, but you may simply address me by using my surname, Neuvillette. Not because I wish to keep my distance from you. No, I am merely conscious that being overly familiar may bring the impartiality of the judiciary into question in some people's eyes. If you have any requests or concerns, then, to the extent permissible by law at least, we can sit down and discuss them together as we partake of some imported water from Chaoyin village. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
We've been here in this water one. Let's see.
Ah, my apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you. It's over. What's that saying again? Bolt from the blue? Yes, I believe that captures how it feels to me.
When it snows.
Snow is in fact one of water's natural self-cleansing mechanisms. But human activity tends to reduce snow's purity, so do not consume it.
Do not drink yellow snow.
I find that the
Sun is out.
beauty of bright sunlight is best appreciated from the indoors through a window. I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination attempt.
Going to the desert.
I cannot help but feel that you bringing me here is some sort of an assassination attempt.
Morning. Coffee break?
Ah, it's past noon. You must be looking forward to your afternoon tea or coffee break. I certainly am. Good night. I am quite fond of the image of a perfectly still body of water, and it is on this note that I would like to wish you a peaceful, undisturbed sleep. May no waves of emotional distress ripple through your dreams tonight.
Last night I shoot. fancy to get out, so she actually kept climbing on top of the TV. Very edge. Like I moved the PlayStation to an angle so where even if she rubbed up against it, she would knock it down. Very. Cover them in.
I am no rabid fan of trials. I preside over them only out of duty, for this is the task that has been entrusted to me. This is a topic that has been discussed ad
Meaning of
nauseum.
trials.
I don't mean to condescend to humanity, but it is quite clear to me that society's concepts of justice, fairness, equality, and rule of law are not equivalent, and never can be. Now, of course, water always seeks its own level, and it was in this spirit that the previous Hydro Archon Egeria hoped to achieve universal equality by connecting all things with love. Her successor chose instead to seek equality by means of the law. Ultimately, due to various external factors, this unfortunately manifested itself in the distorted form of trials for the sake of trials.
Yep, trials for the
Nevertheless,
sake
there
of
are reasons
trials.
for everything. I suppose I should refrain from criticizing her. Since you hail
As
from beyond the
witnesses.
stars, I invite you to be my witness as I judge this upended world. This realm dismantled was of the formidable itself, but what now reigns here is a cluster of filthy feathers. Though we live in a world of disarray, I shall undertake to restore all that has been broken.
The nails.
Fontaine does have some rather intriguing laws on its books. For instance, it is forbidden to release any flying objects
beginning of the
during the
story.
first 3 days of each month. During the dry season, all bivalves that wash ashore belong to the Hydro Archon, while all other mollusks belong to the people. No domestic pets shall be named after Farina. Tomato ketchup is to be consumed in restaurants only as a condiment, never on its own.
Don't eat tomato on its own.
Finally,
Ketchup.
Melusines are to be addressed using she/her pronouns, never the impersonal it/its. That last one was my personal contribution. Some days my mind wanders,
Rainy days.
and I fantasize about walking into the rain. Oh, but don't worry. My flights of fancy don't distract me from my work.
Mishaps.
The bishop's ancestry can be traced directly back to the Fontamer Sea, which is why they are so adept at evolution. I am reminded of an old custom that the dragons once observed. We would take a sip of our perished young brethren's blood. Whenever the tides are disrupted by the motion of the moon and stars, the water within the bodies of us hydro-organisms surges up towards our heads, reminding us that our deceased kin will soon be revived.
Soon be revived.
From my observations, humans have a tendency to view themselves as being in opposition with nature. And whenever this point is raised, someone is always quick to respond by declaring that humans are in fact a part of nature like any other organism. To someone like me, however, who knows an inkling of the truth, what would be most beneficial is if human civilization and the natural world of this planet could seek ways to coexist with one another.
But no relents.
I usually do my best to avoid forming personal relationships or even collaborating with others outside of established procedures. But you have shown yourself to be trustworthy, and you have no problematic entanglements with Fontaine's local factions. Therefore, I would be pleased to journey with you.
This is why he travels with us.
This is something that I can only say in private. I could never publicly share my views on this matter. It positively baffles me that Fanta has managed to become such a popular drink.
It baffles him about
Though
Fanta.
I suppose its appeal to humans is not beyond comprehension. One can both rehydrate and replenish blood sugar in one gulp, and at an exceptionally cheap price.
about his hobbies.
Water tasting is a rather sophisticated discipline. Pyro-heated water has the standard au naturel flavor found ubiquitously in the natural world, while
Pyroheated
water
water.
boiled using charcoal has distinctly rustic notes. Similarly, while cryo-chilled water is cold but otherwise unremarkable, the frozen rivers of Snezhnaya, when melted, produce a water with an entirely different flavor profile altogether.
Drinking Chesnayan water. Favorite food.
Animals can survive for weeks without food, but merely a few days without water. There is no dish that could ever compare to pure, unadulterated water. With that in mind, food items that contain plenty of liquid are the next best thing.
Maybe gelatinous food. Least favorite food.
How can people bring themselves to consume deep-fried foods?
Deep fried, because
Or
there's no
grilled
water.
food with no sauce? The worst culprits, in my view, are those
grilled food with no sauce.
charcoal-baked argilenac cakes. Surely even eating a dehumidifying agent would be kinder on the stomach.
Yes.
Delicious. An abundance of juices, and the ingredients have been cooked to perfection. A fine effort indeed. My only advice would be to increase the liquid content and reduce the amount of fat. Too dry. A dish devoid of moisture has no way to convey the intentions of the chef.
Birthday.
Ah, so it is your birthday. Happy
Grandmother's
birthday. I do not know if rain is in the forecast today, but let me see what I can do.
You'll make it rain on your birthday.
I'm a little more familiar with you now. I can match your movements.
The leveling ups.
Apparently, I'll have to show a little more of my true capabilities. I did not realize that you had such a penchant for getting into dangerous situations. So this is what you're truly capable of? And I shall have to get serious if I wish to catch up with you. Now that I have reclaimed one of the 7 authorities from the hands of the usurpers, I have regained my true form. I am now a fully fledged dragon, powerful enough to judge the rest of the gods. My final destiny is to judge the usurper king in the heavens above. But until that time comes, I will lend my power to you.
The rest of these are... Oh. He talks about all the other archons, about visions. But we need more friendship. So I'm murdering more things in the world. So we can learn more about him. About all the other 4 archons. About Risley, Chlorine, Lynette, Navia. And more about Norvalets. All these require more friendship. Oh.
Silence! Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it
A little bit bigger
first,
than the other one.
so it's legally yours now. Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience. Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession. Be not perturbed. I am unscathed.
But you could hear the pain in his voice. Low HP too.
The risk is growing, but it poses no threat to me. There's a tear in my robe.
In his beautiful robes. I like low HP.
Allow me to intervene.
Even though we can't heal him.
Take a moment to rest.
And if he ever falls...
When the tide comes in, I shall return.
Yep, water is eternal.
I see the temperate waters of eons past. A silence fills the air.
Taking heavy hits.
Justice is blindsided.
And he's taking some hits. He says that for like a small amount of damage too.
An oversight on my part.
Party.
Thank you for inviting me to join you.
And
The
just seeing his
pleasure
lines.
is all mine. Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank or somewhere similarly fluvial.
Oh, we got his story too. So, Norvalet is a solitary person. Fontanians who have tried to get close to him have, without exception, been politely rejected. To this day, no one even knows his first name, since he is always asked that he will be referred to by his last name. He believes that close personal ties will lead to suspicions about the justness of one's judgment, and he must remain a symbol of absolute justice. Of course, there will always be people who won't give up. They will say, "Come on now, Monsieur Neverlet. Not everyone will stand trial, nor you always have to remain on the judge's seat." But is that really the case? If there is an answer in his heart, Neverlet will not reveal. Given enough time, every river will overflow and flood. Every last Fontanian is guilty, and with judgment and doom certain to one day fall upon them. This is neither metaphor nor rhetoric. Yet Neverlet can share this fact with no one. Truly, he is a lonesome person. Neverlet is not known for his personal desires. Curious members of the public and journalists won't want to seek high and low from him across all Fontaine when he is not sitting at the Chief Justice's seat of judgment. He may sit at a seat for specially invited guests during performances. He appear by the shore when the skies are just on the cusp of weeping, or be standing when the shadows cast on the afternoon sun. There was one time when we all believed that he was some kind of demon who existed solely to preside over trials and judge, forcing him to clarify that, well, the gist of it was to bear witness and judge is my great honor, but I am not a trial aficionado. Eudix is simply one of the hats I wear, and my time as a judge is but one phase of my life. The successful clarification led him out of the frying pan and into the fire. As they say, the more troublesome rumors emerge. Shocking news. Norvalet claims Eudix is to springboard post. Unspeakable plans next. Where will his ambition end? Yep, those are the tabloids. As for the rumors, Norvalet paid them no heed. Perhaps they were in fact right on the Mora, or he simply did not correct them out of principle. No one knows. Norvalet is also not much of a drinker, nor does he like Fanta. We just saw that in his lines. Indeed, he has never been known to have given any sincere praise of the local chef's most renowned dishes, which has led him to desire to suspect that his lack of consumption desires might come down to simply not having a sense of taste. Well, he'd be right there with the Shogun. His response was to organize a water-tasting salon party in which all the gobsmacked by the wide variety of flavors water from different regions could possess, as his one voice line, and floored by the Eudix's most refined tastes. Of course, the amount of authenticity present in such interactions could not be known. Whatever the case, Norvalet really is devoid of selfish want. Norvalet is not just a person. If not for that quality, he would probably not have been qualified to serve as a Eudix in the first place. To the children, the job of the man is the judge's seat and nothing more than wearing a wig, maintaining order in the court, and being the oratrice's messenger pigeon. In truth, however, there are many administrative affairs that he must handle in private to keep the justice system up and running. Due to certain historical and traditional legacies in Fontaine, the Eudix also has the right to prosecute as well as the power to enforce the law in person. The judge. This was originally intended to make it easier to maintain law and order during chaotic times, but the system has become further refined. This rule represented the spirit of the pioneer far more than the law and became maintained only symbolically. When the Eudix investigates a case or serves as their prosecutor, they must recuse themselves as judge. When the Eudix investigates a case, so he's personally investigating or serves as prosecutor, he obviously can't be the judge yet. And they have someone else take the seat. And in the few instances that he was personally investigating cases, Norvalet has unerringly followed this rule. One thing to note is that he must have been the only Eudix in the land in a very long time. So much so that the people only speculate that he must have been given the unimaginably long life due to divine favor. As such, it is well that he is not, if not fair-minded, or such an extensive term will surely lead to problems someday. As to what he is precisely, a familiar of the Hydro Archon? A mysterious hydro-elemental creature, perhaps? There is a great many opinions, though. Norvalet has never been one to comment on such talk. Indeed, he is a person most impartial. And more story to come. Alright,
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The prophecy of Fontaine.
you still have the event to play with.
No, what's happened now?
But for now, I say let's do Norvalet's story. Since
The world remains constant
we made this day more about him,
over the centuries, but human life is like the
let's do our dailies first. Gentleman strikes in
dawn,
broad daylight.
or a bubble rising
Might
through
as well
water.
claim them before we do them.
Transitory.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra...
Claim, dispatch. Inazuma. Gentleman strikes in broad daylight. On one of these. Take the supplies from the furries. Fuck that shit.
Illusion shattered!
I even killed a big furry without even finishing the entire attack. Yep, his power is definitely stronger now. There's one. Fuck your tower. Thundering Wilds. Fog Island. Let's press the fog, god damn it. Now we need wind.
Been a while since I've limbered up.
Settle down.
Shine down!
Bow your head, soldiers.
The last one will have nothing there.
Dare to mess with me?
Round?
Hi, have a hot.
Falling down the thunder. Kinda convenient when it's right next to the fucking teleport point.
Lucky day.
There is no escape.
To the very height. To the very.
Illusion shattered.
So much thunder.
Settle down.
That won't work. It worked very well.
Nice.
4,000, 5,000.
Ah,
Found the pit.
This don't belong here. There we go. Much better. Voltage charge, another one. Next to a minigame? Yep, next one of the ball games. I just reached the destination, so yeah, let's grab these.
Absurd.
Fucker really wants to fight.
Sightless.
strike a pose. Stop that.
Nice.
Be sanctified.
Now you gotta awkwardly climb up on these. Alright. To fly. What the hell is... Oh, that's the mirror bitch.
Bow your head.
You shall be punished.
Shine down!
Where are you? Out of my sight. Oh, mercy! Winter shall eventually come.
Alright, back to the story. Overlet's story. This crystal fly trap, I'm just going to keep leaving it here because I don't have rocks to really spare. Norvalet to see Norvalet. This is usually better right there when it's, new, so it has the cutting power sharper. You imposter, what are you doing in my office?
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Nervalet, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Nervalet! Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own.
Which we saw, according to his lines, is entirely in his rights.
This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Starting a new job. I can introduce you to some amazing detectives.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are. But I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Ooh, that's the other thing he hates. People promising harm to the Melusines.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
That's why he wants to investigate.
Huh? I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Good thing we don't need your permissions.
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
And they skip along, yep.
Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Eliminate. Conflicts of interest? Care to explain in detail? Tell me every juicy thing.
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It's not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life,
Her own
and
life.
Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Concerned that you're the perpetrator's real target? Like they're using the Melusines against you.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not
breaking into my
happen
brother's room.
again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating?
I want to hold on to her for a little bit.
There's the guards, the Marechaussee Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider, but the most important outsider, next to us.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
The Hydro Dragon, Sovereign. Yep, and we've met all the others, many that are still alive.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans.
It's the pecker. It's the size of the pecker.
Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time. I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider. A fish out of water.
Well, if you put it that way, but we're all also outsiders to Fontaine. The two of us.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation?
How about we just threaten all the organizations? Not like they could stop us.
Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
Yeah.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed.
Let's take the Paimon time.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kind of skewed perspective on a lot of things.
Yep,
Anyway,
he
let's
does.
catch up with him first.
The Remains of the Past Day. By Vulis something. Chapter 1.
Pinky, you called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, wouldn't dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. As a dragon out of water.
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
There's only so many areas to explore. Because the rest of them are not important. Fuck this shit. Take a shortcut. It's faster. Don't. We're not really gonna find any things around here, for the most part. All the areas are 100% here. We'll leave it for a time being since we're doing this quest.
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara.
Kiara.
He says while sitting in the shade.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
You're the generic traveler.
Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right. I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger.
Well, I paid it no attention.
That's not going to happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind. Someone who's always striking up a conversation with you. The first one's more accurate, but go to the second one.
Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple
I'm
threat.
taking a picture.
Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
Are they concealing their identity on purpose?
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure.
Sure, we'll go have fun together.
Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
He knows.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it. Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around. Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Kip.
Damn it. We...
Oh, did I never mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would memory isn't that good, but Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Paimon, Steve. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Someone taking pictures. Oh, god damn it. We had the conversation again.
Kiara, how old are you?
Okay, we can get the part we missed.
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. How would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good, but Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
They're snapping.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the
Heroes.
Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're on a secret mission. We're protecting Kiara. Not so
Did you
secret.
run into any trouble?
Not really trouble anymore with us around. May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard
Yeah,
you try
UV
to
vision.
clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
They have UE vision.
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over there.
Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
I think light and frilly clothes look best on you. You definitely look cute wearing them.
I love them too, especially the soft and fluffy kind.
Of course.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
You don't seem like
Threat
the type
letter?
of...
What threat letter?
What are you doing here exactly?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
I don't think he'd agree. Better if we keep this secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
Yet.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
We're just very, very curious, right?
Alright then.
I'll show her about the letter Kiara received.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
Florine.
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
She is a real girl.
Here.
In a very, very short mini dress.
It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happen to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Custom made by her, not the other girl?
Oh, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
How has your work been recently?
And all she's wearing is tights.
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too packed, so I have plenty of time for myself.
Oh, then shall we go out to play? How about a beach vacation, like last time?
Last time, huh?
I even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard. I'm really good at swimming, so I'm sure I can help.
Yep, all she's wearing is her tights. Back to here. Marvelette is on the case.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I have judged over the past decade. I have come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Paimon doesn't know how to read.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Everything else in this room. Hey, we could talk to him about the ending. About Risley. The defendant Risley has confessed to the crimes and declared guilty by the Eudex Norvalette. Risley has been exiled to Fort Merope, which he will serve his sentence. But Norvalette remained silent for a long time. About Spina de la Rosula. Gallant's boss of Spina de la Russa was defeated in a duel and died of serious injuries. Defense of his honor has come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objection throughout the trial. Eudex Norvalette reserved judgment on this case. The details are still under investigation. Case about bribery. There has been a severe bribery scandal with the guards. Special Security and Surveillance Patrol investigate the case. All suspects involved have been arrested. The suspects have confessed to their crime. About the Representative Council's proposal. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Melchusine Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, I believe the Melchusine can enhance the popularity of these events. Melchusine Phantom has yet to respond, however, and it has not prohibited the Melchusine from participating in such activities. About the smuggling case. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the Guards and the Melchusine Phantom. Principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Look for the appendix for a list of names.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases.
100,000
The documents
cases.
you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right. Let us take a break then.
Let's take a break and finish the quest, probably. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
Even if resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like T-Luke.
Mormon returns and brings back several things of water.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
There he goes with his cup, just like his idle animation.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
Like wine.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fanta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chingtse Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Any difference? They're all water, aren't they? Aren't they?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart, the waters of Chingtse Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
He chugs the whole thing, probably.
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
That could be the case.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Good question.
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that had perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. With regard to the primordial sea, for example, I used to only be able to vaguely recall its connection to me, but I was unaware of what that connection was exactly.
There's just someone who could answer those questions.
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time.
Seems like something he could do on a vacation.
But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to
Corvettes.
describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the
I
documents.
haven't done most of these.
But while we were on the topic of water a
Because there's
moment
not
ago,
really any to do.
another idea came to me.
Wasn't involved for any quest or anything. We're on the topic of water. An idea came.
Water? Do you mean...
Fountain of Lucine.
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Then that's the first. What's this last one? We're done with Kamo's proposal. Further request to collaborate with. That's the collaboration. Then overlap. He likes to walk on top of my head when I sit at work. The fountain.
Monsieur Neuvillette? Are they headed towards the Fountain of Lucine?
Yes, we are. Vicious guy.
I probably shouldn't disturb them. I wonder what's going on.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
Keep a safe distance.
Distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you...
Silence.
Oh, it's glowing!
Fountain of the scene lights up, a wave of dizziness washes over you. What just happened? It was a little different than I think she is. Normally, continue forward and take a look around. And we lost our Paimon. That's okay. We'll find a new one. As we go the opposite way, it gets darker. There's nothing here. Didn't go too far, just to be safe. There, it looks quite different. And then one of those baby fountains.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of
Carol.
Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I am certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
One day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Trying to get along. And we can't even jump. Because that would mean we'd be able to escape the path. But we kind of still can.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Federico. Almost like a play on my name.
Oh,
And always hopping and skipping along. You girls?
I'm Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Really? She's gonna go full Karen. And for what crime? Not being white.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say. Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilet allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
That's basically a white power speech right there. How dare you threaten our vanilla life here?
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
You're taking our jobs. Them immigrants.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance
There you
Patrol
go.
has every right to subject you to interrogation.
That was the other friend that Nervilet had brought. Calm down, bitch, or you're gonna get arrested.
There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilet's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
So who will protect the white people? The white people should be the only ones having rights, they say.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
They're beneath us all.
You heard that?
Yep, racist people will always be racist. Real life is not like video games, where you might actually be able to change your minds. In games.
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur
Give up.
Nervilet said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort.
She will do her job.
I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
As we start there, all the waters flow here. Like a waypoint.
Monsieur Nervilet, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melazines gain the trust of humans.
5 years.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melazines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
He's very aware.
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got
And back up bitch again. Or a different one.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
There we go. One of those. You gotta rise up and take what's ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Yeah, what if he actually fights back?
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally.
Remember, he has the right to judge and deal sentences out about the formality of a
There are
trial.
rules even he must comply with in the political sphere, unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melazines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
Evil mustache look.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time
Forced
to
our
teach him a
hand.
lesson.
You're making us impure.
Turn the murderer in!
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
And
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back.
notice how it's the same people that keep doing this over and over again. We'll train and rest stagnant.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform.
Of course. Evidence. At last.
They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
That's like the worst choice you could have made. Because that was not going to stop him.
She called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
Right away.
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
You should do the
Looks
opposite.
like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront New Villette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. You understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Nervalette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you.
He shall make peace for her through firepower.
I will take responsibility for everything.
And then there will be peace. Once those hate mongers are gone. Then once we reach the steps of probably be his trial.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
There's the fat guy who also just told her to go the fuck away.
I'm thinking we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Yep, Baderico. The guy that almost has my name.
Shh, keep it down. Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around.
No, that's not what's gonna happen.
Besides, now that
More
the old
likely.
regime has been uprooted, Nervillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Nervillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Ruckus, commotion, things
Vautrin
arise.
sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Audience reactions, right? Audience reactions influences this.
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
Even though those were basically justified executions.
Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Nervillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
The key highlights.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
The rain.
That sounds awesome!
Even the Traveler's impressed.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
Memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the Court of Fontaine to when you declared Vautrin guilty.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Oh, yeah.
I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
In her cute little miniskirt booty shorts. There was a girl at the con last week that had very similar miniskirt booty shorts. It was just more of a booty shorts, but...
Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
All across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think.
Because you never leave the fucking office.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
In her little elegant walk.
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
And of course, he won't just take us there.
Strange. What are these people doing out in the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
There's a Norvalet here.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
Because it's that important. This time they're on the other side.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Yep, the sentiment is exactly the opposite
Everyone,
from before.
please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
And as her stomach rumbles.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
Fuck food, an entire cake.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervulet's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure
Good
we get all
mustache
we've
person.
got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervulet wasn't involved?
Bruno.
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Nervulet? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
Yep.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Better. That looks like a good stopping point. So I've been finishing a little late this week. Better a chance. 3 hours today. So tomorrow we can be on all day since we have literally nothing to do. We'll definitely do some Overwatch, but we need more time in. Thank y'all for coming in, hanging out, lurking. Hope you have a good night. We're gonna check our socials to get the on-stream changes and read the random stuff post. Let's see who's on Faye tonight. Four and a half is 9, 13, 16 hours. So we still need 14 hours. We have just over a week to do that. Ooh. Eris is on.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times. I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.